Grocery shopping.
So many things. Grocery shopping. Good call. Let's stop there.
There we go.
So I actually had to make a couple phone calls because my Sam's Club membership is dying. And they always just do like, new people, come in and let's give you some like bonuses. Like when I first got it, like I swear, like I got like $25 in gift cards to them and all these hoopla. And then I keep renewing and they don't do anything. I'm like, dude, I've been with you for 9 years. It's about time you're like, hey, $10 off your renewal because we love you. But nobody ever does that. Even the Groupons, they're not for like returning. So I decided I was gonna cheat on Sam's Club and check out Costco.
So while doing that, we wanted to try and figure out what's the best deal. Like between the two big bulk stores, I think when you have a family and you need your toilet paper and your essentials, you just want to go buy it and store it. You don't want to be like, oh, I have a coupon for this, for the 6-pack, and I'll buy 5 of them. And no, I go for bulk things. I get a bunch at once. I have it. And I just really appreciate that membership. And so as you know, we liked similar things and we wanted to know what's the better deal? What's going to be the best bang for the buck, or what deals are there between the two stores? And then why would you choose one over the other? Maybe it's not price, maybe it's the stuff that's offered.
Or convenience of location, store hours. We decided to go hunting for the essentials that her and I both buy for both households, because we figured maybe that would make it that everybody else would probably buy.
Right, because everyone's going to have your own specific things you're going for, but hopefully we're going to hit some of those staples for you that we're already out buying and see, hey, between the two, what's your best deal? And so we're going to give you comparison shopping, Sam's Club, Costco today. You're grabbing my thingy.
Yep.
Okay, so we have a nice lovely board behind us. You can't really see it very well, so we're going to go ahead and close up some of these as we go through them.
Right.
And sometimes the winner is Sam's Club and sometimes it's Costco. Sometimes if it was less than like 5 cents, really it's like a penny apart, I called it even. Like, I'm sorry, a penny, I'm not going to make a winner out of that.
So let's dive right in and talk about what are the first things you get.
Always the toilet paper.
That's the number 1 thing on my list. It's on my list right now.
I just picked it up this week. So the funny thing about the toilet paper is just the pandemic and it was all gone. So anyways, if you weren't shopping and loading up like we have to, then you were those people.
I know, right? I was like, I just need it for my normal shopping.
Okay, so the winner of the toilet paper, we just did whatever the same kind of like
brand. Generic brand,
so,
right?
Yeah, and again, between the comparison of the two stores, if it was the name brand, they were both name brand compares. Or if they were generic, it was both generic. And if there was a difference, we'll let you know. But in general, we tried straight across as best as we can comparing.
Right.
So our winner for the toilet paper is Costco.
Costco!
Totally won that.
It totally did.
By like a couple dollars. So like Costco's $16.49 and Sam's Club $18.46. So I was like, huh, that's interesting.
Right?
I didn't really think that. I don't know, I was really surprised.
Right?
All right, so the next thing, always buying in bulk, because my kids use them way too much, are paper towels. So if you're over there by the toilet paper, you might need to grab those paper towels too. And paper towels, though, like a penny different between the two of them. So $16.99, $16.98, I called that same. So, all right, well, that really wasn't a big difference. Good to know.
All right, so our next on our list is laundry detergent, the liquid detergent,
So I did the all free and clear. That's just the kind I have bought forever. So that's what I buy. It's there. It's huge. We do a lot of laundry in my house.
Right. So and we like all the free and clear stuff too, without all the added perfumes, whatever. My daughter. So the winner of that one was Sam's Club. Theirs was $14.48. And Costco was $14.99.
Okay, so about 50 cents. I mean, hey, if you're counting stuff, 50 cents will add up eventually, so that's not bad. All right, but our dishwashing detergent.
Right, it was the only one that they both carried the exact same, was a Cascade Platinum. So those are the ones we compared. So it's going to be higher than what you might be thinking it's going to be, because they're not the generic ones. So the Cascade Platinum.
And again, those came in like a penny apart. So $19.99 and $19.98. So, all right, it's pretty similar, but you know, depending on the generics or off brands, you can get it definitely cheaper than that. We're just trying to keep things comparable.
Yep. And then kitchen trash bags, tall white trash bags. They're the generic, right?
Yeah, just the generic brands.
Yep. So Sam's Club won that one at $13.98 and Costco's was $14.69. So 50 cents again, around there. So
it's like, oh, it's good to know that, hey, I'm saving a few pennies. Okay, that's nice. And then something else I just tend to buy, partly because it's a larger portion than I can get at the grocery store, is frozen meatballs. And I just grab a whole thing in bulk. And so Sam's was the winner there at $13.98 and Costco at $18.99. Sometimes the stores run special sales.
Yeah, and
discounts.
they don't list it as sale price. They just change the color of their price.
You don't even know.
And you don't even know what the original price was. So that being a $4 difference or something like that.
It was significant.
Yeah. I mean,
I was like, I
on
swear
sale.
it was usually $15 for those. So they were a couple dollars cheaper than what I was expecting. I was like, okay, that seems cheap. So again, both stores though will have sales. So we're doing our best with what information we had when we went. So this is as true as life is.
Yep. So, and then their fresh chicken, Sam's Club beat out Costco on that one again at $2.53 a pound, and Costco's was $2.89 a pound. And that, I don't think either one of them were on sale, because I know Sam's Club goes on sale for $1.99.
Well, they didn't have to get the same comparison.
True. Oh, that's right.
We had to go for the more expensive chicken, for the fresh chicken. Otherwise, Sam's Club still has it like $1.98, $1.79, cheaper per pound weight, and that's pretty consistent. Whereas Costco, we didn't see that, so we didn't want to try and compare those. But maybe just the week we were there, Costco didn't have it. Just something to be aware of. Sometimes they may not have what you're expecting to have that day, which is so much fun.
Right, I think that's why we're feeling people carry both.
Yeah, and something that I actually buy often enough, I know a lot of people buy bottled water. I buy it for my husband's office, and so I'll just grab a thing, and just the cheap generic brand. And between the two stores, again, just a penny difference on the water for the 40 bottle water count for $2.99 or $2.98. So, either way you go, you're gonna get some just cheap bottled water.
Yep. So the next on our list is butter. Who doesn't love butter? In cookies, on toast, pancakes, yummy butter. Your fat bombs, right?
Right.
So butter, that winner was Sam's Club by 40 cents. So Sam's $7.58 and $7.89. So
yeah,
their Sam's Club won on that one by, again, about 50 cents-ish. That seems to be the trend here.
Right, we're feeling that so far we're seeing a lot more blue on Sam's and the red on the Costco. If you haven't noticed, the blues are the better prices, the reds are a little hot.
Right, except for toilet paper. Costco's not the toilet paper.
Hey, if you need to... Alright, so after our butter, we go to the cheese, and I was kind of surprised we did a comparison for just the sharp cheddar 2-pound block. That's just how I buy the cheese, and Costco won this one at $5.69, and Sam's was up at $6.58. So I was like, well, for cheese, that was very impressive, actually.
Yeah. And then cream cheese. So this one was a little bit tricky because their size portions were not the same. Sam's Club had 4 bricks.
Yeah, Sam's Club was a 4-brick
pack, but Costco's was a 6-brick pack. So if you're just doing how much am I spending out of pocket at that moment, Sam's Club won with $5.94 and Costco's was $6.99. But Costco, you got 2 extra packs in there, so penny for penny, Costco won that one, but for the money out of pocket at that moment, it would go to Sam's Club. So that was a little weird, wonky one, but we couldn't find anything the exact same. But we like cream cheese, so we thought we'd put it in there.
Hey, it's a fun one to find. And it was nice, too, to find them in the brick packs, because often in a bulk store, you find them in a big tub, and no.
I cannot eat a whole tub.
I just can't do it. Okay, so moving on to almond butter. It's something fun and handy, and both stores do carry it. Just a little plug that Costco did have theirs as sugar-free, so that was handy. And Costco did win the battle there for $6.59 for their almond butter, while Sam's was $6.98. So again, about 40 cents better, and that was just kind of a nice surprise. So there's my little plug for your sugar-free, gluten-free lifestyle there.
Right, because it is hard to find sugar-free butters.
and to find it for a price you're okay paying.
True story. All right, next is paste salsa. Sam's and Costco both carried this brand, then they had other ones that were different. So we just compared the paste salsa, and the winner of that one was Costco, and theirs was $5.39, and Sam's Club was $6.48. That's like $1 difference almost.
Yeah, and for someone like my son who thinks it's like a drink, that adds up after a while.
Right? When you buy 2 at a time every 2 weeks.
Because he loves salsa. So cute.
That's
At least it
chunky.
has vegetables in it. I was like, of all the things you could love, it's better than ketchup. We'll take
True
it.
story.
All right, so speaking of ketchup,
It's just chunky ketchup. That's all Payson.
it has more vegetables than ketchup.
All right.
We're not arguing. Okay.
Nope.
So ketchup, our winner is Sam's Club at $7.58, and then Costco is $8.49, and those are the 3 packs Heinz ketchup bottles.
Right. Now, if you're having a hot dog though and you need the mustard to go with it, you gotta scurry on over to Costco because the mustard is cheaper at Costco than it is at Sam's Club. So the big mustard thing was, the 2-pack I think, was $4.79, but at Sam's Club it was $4.88. So they split that one for the picnic.
So funny.
Right.
So funny. It's like, oh, I'm gonna give you a deal on your mustard.
But on your ketchup. But on your paste, you can pour paste on your hot dog.
Let me tell my son. He'll join on that bandwagon.
Oh, I'm sure he would.
And the last thing we compared was the canned tuna, and those are like the tuna and water 12 can packs that they have wrapped up, so it's kind of like the smaller servings. And Sam's was the winner on this one at $8.77 against Costco at $12.28. I think that's one of their weird sale things we found that day.
Color.
It didn't look right, and I don't remember it being that cheap.
No.
I think it may still slide
10?
under.
I think it was more like $10.99 or $11 something.
Yeah, it's still cheaper than Costco, but not that much cheaper than Costco.
Right.
So we're like, ooh, that was really surprising. So we did have, it was tricky. It was just tricky, people.
We tried really hard.
Okay, so we did our numbers because I wanted to give you like, hey, if you shopped here for every single one of these items and you shopped there for every single one, and we tallied everything up, what really is the difference? Because looking at blue and red may not mean anything to you.
Right. So when you tally it all up out of pocket for that day, your winner is Sam's Club.
Yay.
And they win by
$24.95.
all right, so that adds up pretty quickly.
Right,
You're
like-
buying that every time.
Yeah, and if you're like your distance is an issue, I would say that definitely covers gas, and both of them do have good prices on their gasoline too. So
Yeah.
that's handy.
Perk for both.
So is that our final answer then?
Nope. That's not our final answer.
Not the final answer.
So we have a few more things. So we've already touched on sales a little bit
Yeah.
on what they do. And one of the things that both my mom and my mother-in-law told me was that Costco has amazing sales in their vitamins. So they said pretty consistently every 3-4 months their vitamins will go on sale. So they just go every 4 months to buy their vitamins, and it makes it so much cheaper than what they are at Sam's Club. So that's a huge thing. Now, on the vitamin terms,
This is like double-edged swords.
it is.
They don't, each company between Sam's Club and Costco have their own relationships with other vendors. And so Sam's Club has a deal with GNC, and so you can get the GNC vitamins like the multivitamin packs for the women or the men, things like that. But Costco doesn't have those. So if you have something that's very specific that you've been using and the other one doesn't have it, it might be a negative for you. Maybe you're like, well, then I have to keep both memberships, or a friend and be like, hey, let's go shopping and work that out. So they don't all have the same things. That's why part of the comparison was hard. You may have different brands, different sizing, or just straight up not the same stuff. And is that important to you that this is the store that has the most stuff that you're happy about? So things to think about.
Yep. So then membership. So when I went in to ask the Costco people, I learned that I got a day pass that you can just go through and even buy on that day pass. I think Sam's Club does the same thing. I think I did that when I first did it too, that I did a day pass. So that's the same on both. And I know that they do different specials and there's all the Groupons for the membership, but what stood out to me the most was that Costco does a 3-month trial membership. So you can try it for 3 months, and if you don't like it, they don't satisfy it, you decide that you miss Sam's Club or whatever else, they will refund you the entire amount of your membership, of whichever one you got. So I was like, dude, that's pretty awesome. Like, to stand by it, to be like, you got 3 months, spend your heart out. Like, you could just do it for Christmas.
I know, it's like, Christmas is coming, I need to go do this.
Right? Because they have the best pumpkin pies. If you don't want to make a pumpkin pie, Costco's pumpkin pies are pretty rockin'. Yeah, so I was really super impressed with that aspect that they were going to stand behind. And then, like Sam's Club, you get your reward money, and you can just choose to use it right there, which has been a lifesaver for me before.
Right, it's nice.
Costco sends you a check, and then you take the check in, and they cash it for you. So you can use your money back anywhere. It doesn't have to be there. So that was different and a little appealing. However, I have had Sam's Club like that save my butt before.
Right.
But like, okay, well that's interesting that they're not forcing me to use my rewards back into their store. So I kind of like that feel of a business that way. Like, to me, I just like that. In the end, I am letting my Sam's Club membership lapse, and I've purchased a Costco membership. And there are some major other reasons why, but we're gonna make you wait to find those out.
I know, we're gonna do a part 2 video and we're gonna talk more about Costco. And again, overall, bulk stores are pretty awesome. Check it out.
Yes.
If you don't have a membership, find one near you and go see what you can stock up on, because these days it sure is nice to have your stuff stored in your house and not worried about what is not available at the grocery stores.
Yes.
But maybe one's more useful to you, maybe one you're tired of and you kind of think it's stupid. I mean, I've had Sam's Club forever, and partly because I didn't live near a Costco, and now I happen to live near a Costco, but I drive by like 3 different Sam's. So depending on where I'm going out on my errands, I can usually find a Sam's Club too. So it just depends what you're interested in, but check it out. Don't forget to like and subscribe and let us know what you think and what are you buying at Sam's and Costco.
Right? Hey, we should go to Sam's and Costco next week.
Shopping!